So yeah, what's happening? I just thought we'd do a little album review of Super Shredder, the new album by Detroit rapper Mickey Diamond, and it's produced by Ral Duke again. So yeah, it's the sequel to the 2023 EP, Oroku Saki, I think that's how you say. This time it's an album, not an EP, and the cover's a recreation of Hot Cakes this time instead of Food, just a single cover. So yeah, off the bat it reminded me a lot of like Ghostface. I know he's going for Doom sound, but I think them two are quite similar anyway. And it samples a lot of cartoons and shit and like adds it to the narrative like Food. So obviously if you're a fan of that, you're probably gonna like this. He does even say at one point after MF, I'm the next best thing. He's got a lot of good references in this song to like 90s, just cult classic sort of deep cuts. You'd have like Starship Troopers and just a lot of cartoon references. It's nice to see one of these like underground albums actually go for a theme and stick with it. It's like it gives the whole piece like a consistency that's just missing in other of these underground albums. So yeah, the next tune, Shredder Loves April. Diamond really gets into the character and it's pretty descriptive chorus saying I'll share a slice of pizza, I'll eat it out like turtle soup, just getting all these like Ninja Turtle references in and what have you. Then you'd have Fuck Lamb Party, which is a lot more of the same, but then after that we have a lot of a change up with cartoons, which is just wall to wall, just cartoon references from coast to coast to Hanna-Barbera to all sorts. We've just got all these like, if you're a fan of cartoons, you're gonna love that song in particular. Just Adult Swim rap at its finest, very noisy, packed with Wile E. Coyote running sound effects, crashes, bangs, just everything. It sounds a lot like Two Strings off West Side Doom. Then it goes a lot more laid back with Coffee Beans, just a very like standard sample and a griot just thrown in to sort of spice it up a bit. Then after that it really picks up again with Rocksteady, which is just another great sounding tune. It just sounds like something off one of the latest like Griselda albums, even as like the machine gun sound effects and ad-libs. So yeah, that really picked up the pace a bit, started like getting a lot louder. Then after that, Masked Man, this literally sounds like it could be a MF Doom song. He's just letting the Turtles and like other rappers know basically that he's gonna come for the throat. Just keep saying April O'Neil is getting killed when I catch you. Some of the funniest Turtle references on the album probably. Mickey just has this ability to just throw words together and make them just sound like perfect basically. The interludes on this album, like after Masked Man it's feudal Japan. The beats on these are probably better than the beats that most people are rapping over on the singles. It's just insane. It's very much in the same vein as Food, and yeah, they just have a lot of like samples. Like there was an Owen Wilson sample in that feudal Japan, just adds like makes the beats dead loud, which like I'm a fan of. Then Technodome just got great load of madness punchlines. Then the album really picks up towards the end I think as well. You've got Shell Shock, the last song of the album. It's sort of the same sort of rowdy loops that we've heard before, but it throws in a bit of horns, and the chorus is probably the best out of the album. Star Trek, I Make Leonard Nimoy Dance, it's just a solid closer all round, and just a great like cap off to the album. It's a lot shorter than say Food, but for what you get I think it's definitely worth it. Overall it's a more than worthy sequel, and I think it may have even surpassed it in some of the sounds and stuff that came out of it. There's just nothing else like this on the market. I think probably it has like maybe like double the length of the EP, so that probably had a bit of a hand in it. But I just thought going into it I was a bit like, is he gonna be like too try-hard in trying to mimic MF Doom? But no, it's really his own thing here, and especially if you're into Ninja Turtles. I myself only have like a surface level knowledge of like the characters and the lore, but I'm sure there's a lot, like a huge amount of stuff that I've missed. There's not really skips on the album either, so I would have recommended this off the instrumentals alone. So overall I'd probably give it about a 4.5, about a 9. Just it wasn't that 10 out of 10. There was something missing, maybe features. I don't know. I to be honest, I like the way there was no features on this. It really like it displayed his ability to just like rap over anything. I think maybe it's the fact that it's not original that's making me hold back that 10. Maybe if it was just this isn't his album that he's gonna get remembered for, you know what I mean? It's just a great piece of work. But yeah, that's about it. Gonna do the Glorilla album next, so if you are, stay around in a bit.